highly advanced humans living thousands of years ago, unidentified DNA in the human genome, ancient chronicles describing heavenly interventions on Earth. Did human beings truly evolve from apes, or might our intelligence be the result of otherworldly design? What are humans made of? Why do we evolve as we do, grow as we do, think as we do? There's no logical explanation for human beings. We shouldn't be here on this planet. Science, history, even archaeology is still scrambling for answers. Perhaps it's time to accept the idea that extraterrestrials played a role in our development. Millions of people around the world believe extraterrestrial beings visited us in the distant past. What if it's true? Did ancient aliens really shape our history? If so, might evidence of alien contact help us unlock the mystery behind the creation of humankind? Iluviu, South Africa. 25 miles northwest of Johannesburg lie the Malapa Caves. In August 2008, paleoanthropologist Lee Berger and his 9-year-old son, Matthew, discovered several fossilized skeletal remains of early humans dating back 2 million years, including those of a female adult and a male child, perhaps mother and son. The size and shape of the bones suggest these individuals walked upright and had modern hands. Over the past several decades, scientists have unearthed remains of nearly 24 different types of early human ancestors, all known as hominids. We have an extremely good fossil record of ancient hominids, states one expert. Before Homo sapiens emerged, there were often multiple kinds of hominids coexisting. It's hard for us to imagine now, 7 billion humans and only one species. But just a few 100,000 years ago, there could have been 2 or 3 different hominid species sharing the same region. Most mainstream scholars tell us hominids evolved from an ape ancestor nearly 6 million years ago through a process called natural selection. This theory, first popularized by Charles Darwin in his 1859 book On the Origin of Species, claims that random mutations that proved advantageous were passed on through generations. Darwin speculated that upright walking freed our hands for tools, thus making us smarter. Then, around 200,000 years ago, hominids evolved into Homo sapiens. But many scholars dispute Darwin's conclusions. Look at other creatures. Dolphins don't build cars. Elephants don't construct houses, critics point out. Why are we so unique? Why have we advanced so far so fast? Furthermore, tool use and increased brain size did not occur simultaneously. Toolmaking appears millions of years after early humans walked upright, and brain size rapidly expanded only within the last few 100,000 years. Darwin didn't have access to modern timelines and data. Could he have been mistaken? In 1967, British zoologist Desmond Morris challenged Darwin's ideas in his book, The Naked Ape, noting that no other species resembles humans in terms of hairlessness. One might argue that we lost body hair due to climate or sexual selection, but it's guesswork. Evolutionary theory alone can't fully explain why we are virtually hairless and must rely on clothing to survive colder climates. If the theory of natural selection cannot fully account for the emergence of intelligent, hairless Homo sapiens, what can? Could the evolution from hominids to modern humans have been the result of otherworldly design, as some ancient astronaut theorists suggest? Alfred Russel Wallace, Darwin's colleague, proposed a different viewpoint. He believed a creative intelligence, or unseen spirit, guided life's development. He couldn't understand how natural selection alone produced human intellect. One researcher says, "We shouldn't be here on this planet. If extraterrestrials were involved, it might explain the human species. Otherwise, you'd have to invoke God. And who knows who the gods really were?" While this may shock some, ancient astronaut theorists suggest humans emerged because of extraterrestrial intervention, not just random mutations. In December 2004, researchers at the University of Chicago's Howard Hughes Medical Institute concluded that human intelligence might result from a special event around 50,000 years ago, what some call the Big Bang of the brain. Our intelligence doesn't neatly fit into a slow, purely natural progression. If nature is stable, they argue, why did we become so intelligent so quickly? Perhaps a genetic modification, by design, not chance, gave us our advanced minds. Some believe alien visitors extracted DNA from early primates and altered it to create us, Homo sapiens. Could they have introduced a gene that enables language, creativity, and abstract thought? Genes like FOXP2, crucial for speech, appear out of nowhere in our genetic history. Ancient myths worldwide echo this idea. Gods shaping mankind in their image, granting language and intelligence. The Maya said language was a gift from the gods. So did the Quran. The ancient Egyptians and the Sumerians said gods helped form humanity. Such widespread consistency hints that early humans preserved memories of alien contact. Consider the Sumerians. Their clay tablets, the oldest written records, describe gods called the Anunnaki, who came to Earth seeking gold and fashioned humans as workers. The Bible echoes this in Genesis with Adam and Eve. Are these divine accounts really describing advanced genetic engineering? If extraterrestrials influenced our genetics, what about the theory of panspermia? That life itself came from space. In 2011, NASA scientist Richard Hoover found microfossils in meteorites, suggesting life's building blocks came from beyond Earth. Francis Crick, co-discoverer of DNA, believed life might have been seeded on Earth intentionally. DNA is the ultimate storage device, possibly encoding information from extraterrestrial sources. Could the junk DNA, 95% of which we can't decipher, contain alien messages? Perhaps one day we'll decode it and find proof of our cosmic origins. The Hebrew Bible's creation story, the genetic trace of a single Eve, the Sumerian Anunnaki, widespread myths of gods bestowing gifts, all might point to the same truth. Humans are a product of divine, or extraterrestrial, intervention. Our languages, intelligence, and abilities may have been gifted, not earned solely through natural selection. Could we have been designed to reach the stars, to ascend beyond our earthly limits? If extraterrestrials shaped us, they might have left clues in our DNA. One day, we may discover that not only do we have alien ancestors, but our rightful place is among the cosmos. As science progresses, we come closer to solving the greatest mystery. Who created us and why us?